any olive branches that may well have emerged from Buckingham Palace after this BBC interview following his security case defeat?
Well, I hope not, but I fear he has. I mean, I thought it was quite an emotional outburst that he came out with, but I do think that he made a mistake in what he did. I know that he used to get on very well with his father, probably better than with William, but this is all now past. I think that it must be very sad for his father to have him lobbing these grenades all the time, particularly when he's going through his chemotherapy, and would have probably, without doubt, actually would have wanted his son to be supporting him during this time. But yeah, it's too much. The way that he behaves, you can't. The big problem here with Harry is, even if there was an attempt at reconciliation with private conversations, you can't trust him, and those conversations would probably become public. So it's difficult.
The most staggering thing was, but on the day of his interview, so we had the result come through around midday. We were told that he'd lost the case; it wouldn't go any further. We had whisperings. We had the palace telling us, or sources at the palace telling us, if the prince in California, if he moves forward sensibly, stop criticising the king, saying that the king should have helped him out with this security case, there is a way forward. The king might start answering calls. Although the door was shut, the key had not been thrown away. There was an opportunity there for Harry, and he seems to have lost it with that interview, Arthur.
Well, I think if he'd have said in that interview, "I'm sorry, Dad, for what I've done," I think that would have helped. I think then the king would have probably said, "Okay, let's have a chat," because all he needs to do is say sorry, and he's not going to do it again, and not going to betray the royal family again. Yeah. And he would have got something. But all that said, it's a stitch up, and my father won't talk to me over this security case. It got it all wrong. I mean, people just automatically turned against him again. If it's very difficult sometimes to say the word sorry, but if you've got to do it.
Again, I want to ask, what should Prince Harry say sorry for? What? My family, allow me to please kindly say this, because right now, I don't know if you've noticed, but this carnival of so-called experts have just told on themselves. Matt Wilkinson and carnival of so-called expert Robert Jobson have just exposed the palace. That they are the ones who are briefing against Prince Harry while saying, "Harry, keep quiet. Harry, say nothing." My family, on one hand, you are hearing carnival of so-called expert Robert Jobson saying, Prince Harry can't be trusted with private conversations. And then, on the other hand, you are hearing carnival of so-called expert Matt Wilkinson confessing that when they had found out that Prince Harry's had lost his case on his fight to be able to get security for his family, for Meghan, for Archie, and for Lilibet Diana, the palace told the press. They immediately briefed the UK tabloid press, telling them, and I quote, the words of Matt Wilkinson, that they were told, and I quote, if Prince Harry moves forward sensibly, that if Harry stops saying that King Charles should have helped him with his security case, there is a way forward. The king might answer his phone calls. Matt reveals that that is what they were told when they found out what the judges had decided. And the palace told the media, immediately briefed the tabloids once again about what, of course, would happen if Prince Harry doesn't say anything. That his father could have helped, but he refused. And that now that he has, of course, Charles will keep on not talking to Prince Harry. My family, please, honestly, the hypocrisy here is staggering. On one side, you are saying you don't want Harry to say anything about what is really going on, the truth that all of us know. Anyone with common sense knows if King Charles wanted Prince Harry to have security, he would have security. Anyone with common sense will tell you that. If the head of state cannot guarantee security for his own son, then honestly, who can? Who can? So, my family, all of us know that King Charles has the power to give Harry security. However, the palace is saying, oh, you know what, King Charles, who's cancer-stricken, can't intervene. They always like to play the cancer card over and over again. But you and I know fully well he can intervene. He has the power to do so. And even in the interview that Prince Harry did with the BBC, he said he is not asking his father to intervene, even though he knows his father has the power to intervene. He has the power to ensure that Prince Harry gets security. Harry asked his father, Charles, to step aside and let a risk assessment be conducted on the threats that Prince Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lily face. Because once you do that, it will show that indeed Prince Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lily should be granted security. That's what Harry said in his interview with the BBC. Why? Because he has seen, even though his father has the power to intervene, he clearly doesn't want to help. Instead, he wants to be an obstacle to Prince Harry getting security. And that's why Harry asked him to step aside and let Ravek conduct a risk assessment on the threats Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lily receive. That way, Ravek can, of course, reinstate Prince Harry, Meghan, Archie, and now also Lilibet's security. Security that they should never ever have lost in the first place. My family, I feel like sometimes the carnival of so-called experts don't think before they speak. Actually, most times they don't think before they talk. Because how do you think it's okay, for example, to say Prince Harry cannot be trusted with conversations because, he may end up writing a memoir or doing an interview, and then in the same sentence you have another carnival of so-called expert indeed confirming the palace is briefing against Prince Harry. Even to the media, King Charles might call Prince Harry. It depends on his reaction to this court loss. If Prince Harry doesn't tell the public that his father could have intervened, which my family, all of us know he could have, but he just doesn't want to, that if Harry doesn't say anything, if he keeps quiet, then of course Charles will call him. Senior members of the royal family want to keep on briefing lies about Harry and Meghan to the media. They want to keep on leaking, briefing stories to the media about Harry and Meghan, but they don't want Harry and Meghan to respond. They want Harry and Meghan to keep quiet and take it. How is that fair? How is that okay? Or it's okay when it's William and Charles using nameless and faceless sources to brief and leak stories which are negative, which are lies about Harry and Meghan to the press. But it ain't okay for Prince Harry to show his face and do an interview and share his thoughts and feelings, not using sources or insiders or ADs by saying it himself. Somehow that's wrong. Or if he does that, Charles won't call him, they say. My family, I'll basically say this, please. Charles never had an interest at all in, of course, fixing things with Harry. His only interest is seeing the destruction of Prince Harry's family. That's his only interest. That's what Charles is interested in. And I'm so sick and tired of them using this cancer card. I'm so sick and tired of it being used constantly. Because it is Prince Harry and Meghan who face threats every single day. It is Prince Harry who's going through that psychological torture whereby he's afraid of history repeating itself. And instead of Charles, who has the power to reassure Prince Harry that, you know what, all will be okay. All will be all right. He is the person who himself has ensured that Harry can't get security, putting him through psychological torture, whereby he's afraid of history repeating itself, of him losing his family, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. My family, so what Charles has done to Prince Harry, honestly, his actions are completely and utterly unforgivable. My family, Carnival of so-called expert Robert Jobson says that King Charles would have wanted his son supporting him. But then, if that is what he wanted, then, of course, why can't Charles treat his son kindly? Why can't he be kind to his son? Why can't he protect his son? Why can't he love his son? Because no father who loves their child would ever endanger the life of his son. My family, just imagine how Harry feels. Take a moment and imagine how he feels. His mother was hounded to her death. His mother was hounded to her death. He sees that UK media are harassing and also inciting hatred towards him and Meghan every single day for 9 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 years. And 5 years, more than 5 years, even after Harry and Meghan fled the UK. And my family, Harry himself, a couple of months ago, in an interview with ITV's Rebecca Barry, he said himself that what he fears is the person who reads this stuff, who reads all the negative lies, stories published by the UK media. He fears that someone would hurt his wife, would hurt his son, would hurt his daughter because of what they are reading and being fed by the UK media, who have been busy for the past 9 years inciting hatred against the woman Harry loves and now also his kids. Imagine how Harry feels. And then someone says, oh, you know what? You don't need security. Oh, you know what, Harry? Actually, you shouldn't say that King Charles should have helped you. In your security case, Harry. You should not say that because that will paint Charles in a negative light. as someone who's an uncaring father and also an uncaring grandfather, which he is, by the way. But of course, the palace wants to protect Charles' image by lying. By lying. You know? In my family, that isn't okay. That is not okay. That is not all right, my family. And even Harry has said, because he has seen his father won't help, he has said, why can't he step aside? Just step aside and let Ravek do its job. Let them conduct a risk assessment. Because if they do, they will once again confirm that indeed Harry and Meghan face so many threats, even more than the monarch. And therefore, they deserve to have adequate protection, which Charles doesn't want them to have. He wants Harry to grovel and beg. He wants Harry, as Arthur Edwards has said, to get on his knees and say, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? Sorry for what, by the way? Sorry for what? You know? Arthur Edwards says that Harry should have said, I'm sorry, Dad. And the king would have said, let's have a chat. All Harry needs to say is, I'm sorry, and that he won't betray the royal family again. My family, it is Prince Harry who has been betrayed all his life. It is Harry who has been used as a scapegoat all his life. Harry, he is the one who has been used as a scapegoat all his life. It is Prince Harry. He is the one as a spare who's been abused, insulted, harassed. His wife Meghan and his kids also are being harassed even to this date. His mother was hounded to her death, and then he's the one who's been told, apologize. Apologize to the people who abuse you. So, my family, is this how an apology should go? I, Prince Harry, I'm sorry that King Charles endangered my life by stripping me of my security. I'm sorry, Charles. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pa, that I condemned the bullying and racism towards my wife, Meghan. Is that what Harry should say? Because I want to know what apology that UK media expect to hear from Prince Harry. And for what? For what? What has he done? Say something. You know? Is it the Oprah interview? If that's what you want him to say sorry for, then don't forget one thing. Harry held back. And number two, you can't lie every single day about Harry and Meghan and use nameless and faceless sources to lie about Harry and Meghan and then say keep quiet to them. Even those, my family, who demand Harry and Meghan keep quiet and say nothing are the people who themselves can never ever handle a fraction of that which Harry and Meghan go through every single day. They can't handle a fraction of that which Harry and Meghan go through or deal with every single day. The people who chant, never complain, never explain, don't say anything, even when you're being put through hell by Charles, by William and the UK media minions, are the first ones who will come out and issue a statement when they face a little bit of criticism. Just a little bit, you know? They'll come out and say, and issue a statement, like Piers Morgan did when he was called out by a judge for phone hacking, my family. For, of course, clearly being involved in phone hacking. Piers Morgan came out with a statement and said, oh, you know what, I never told anyone to hack a phone, but Piers Morgan will tell Prince Harry whenever someone lies about him and Meghan, never complain, never explain. Hypocrisy of the highest order. Because even you also, you will not keep quiet. When someone says something you don't like, you won't keep quiet. Then why are you asking and demanding Harry and Meghan keep quiet? Silence only empowers the abuser to keep on abusing. You know? With Diana, we were told that one of the reasons why she died is because she rejected royal protection officers. However, with what's happening to Prince Harry, a son whose mother was hounded to her death and was also being hounded, with his family, Meghan, Archie, Lily, Bedana, who also are being hounded, alongside Prince Harry, surely we must ask indeed, did Diana really reject security? Because Prince Harry is being told he can't have security. And Charles is the person who is doing everything in his part to ensure Harry can't get it. So did Diana truly reject security? Did she? Did she? Just look at how Harry and Meghan are being treated. Look at how their lives are being endangered. Clearly, I don't believe or buy that Diana rejected security. I don't. Because of how even Harry and Meghan are being treated by the farm and Dickie media, whereby a father is okay with endangering the life of his own son. That's completely and utterly unforgivable. So my family, somehow to the UK media, it's okay when it is Charles and William briefing against Harry and Meghan. It's okay when the palace is briefing about Harry and Meghan, but it ain't okay when Harry does an interview to correct lies told about him. To speak the truth. That ain't okay. That somehow, shuts down any doors to reconciliation. My family, it just shows you that indeed Charles and William aren't interested in any kind of reconciliation. All they want is to destroy Harry and Meghan, and all they want is to ensure that Harry and Meghan just live their lives being scared and terrified. And that's not right. 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 So my family, I want to hear your opinion on what we have just discussed. May God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lily, Bedana, and Doria, and all of you members of the squad at home. He never wins, love wins, and please kindly stay tuned to the next video. Love you also forever, and may God bless you all. Charles has the power to give her security. He just doesn't want. He just doesn't want to, and he doesn't want her to say that he has the power to do so, which everybody knows he does. So my family, what Charles has done to Harry is unforgivable, and the fact that despite everything, Harry is willing to forgive him for what he has done, that tells you who Harry is. A good man, a good man, a good man. But Harry, please don't let them use you. Don't let them use you. Don't let them. Once again, right now, I want to hear your opinion on what we have just discussed. May God bless you all and stay tuned on this video. Love you awesome forever, and may no weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet, Diana, my family, ever prosper. I want to say thank you for watching our video, and please kindly like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. I always say that the battle between good and evil will continue until the end of time, and we are on the side of God. We condemn the ongoing hate campaign being waged against Meghan, Prince Harry, Archie, and Lily Bedana, and we ask William, Charles, Kate, Camilla to please end this. Please end this. The time has come. You must stop your smear campaign and apologize to Prince Harry and Meghan. Apologize to Harry, Meghan, to Archie, and Lilibet for all the pain you have caused them. And once again, it's been so many years of you following this channel. I want to say thank you. To our new subscribers, please welcome and join in, and welcome to the family. We love you very much, and thank you for all your support. It means the world to us, and may God bless you immensely, immensely, immensely. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you, always and forever, and may God bless you all.